Welcome back, fellow scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz. It's another Pocket Fighter EX Monday. And Pocket Fighter EX is a community-based game that is not endorsed or funded or related to SNK or Capcom. It's just a for fans, by fans kind of affair. So, just to get that out of the way. So we do actually have some gameplay changes this time. Thanks to one of our Discord users. Well, I'm never going to remember who it is now. Let's see, I'll scroll up. There's too many messages. Well, anyway, thanks to him. You can find him if you go on there. I was chatting about it. Actually, a pretty interesting oversight I didn't think about. And dogs going to town on a dog toy. Did we hear squeaking? That's what that is. You probably do. It's probably blaring right through the microphone. The dog's right next to me. Oh well. I love the little shit. Alright, so I didn't even think about this, but so this input view will be good here. Being able to super jump out of a walk apparently wasn't working. Trying to do it with this analog stick's not doing it too well. So let me try it with the keyboard. Get a good clear out the input readout here. Like that. So you couldn't do that before. Down and up. There we go. Down and up. Down and up. So you couldn't do that before, apparently. And the reason why was because the super jump was programmed to have you start at neutral and then down and then up. So if you're walking and you just tap down up, so like you use the keyboard or hitbox, yeah, you wouldn't get it. It wouldn't come out. But now I fixed it for all directions, so I can do it right. Hit it too fast. So there. So that works. Thank you, person. I don't remember your name. I apologize. Yeah, he just popped in and he's like, he says something and he's like, I can't super jump while walking. And I'm thinking, what the hell is he talking about? But yeah, so it made a lot of sense and we worked through it and we fixed that. And there was something else too that he mentioned that I think that we fixed, but now I can't remember what it was. I hate that I don't remember what the hell it was. Hold on. Did I put it in the system updates? See, I keep a log file of this shit. Make sure I got it. Gameplay change. Gameplay. You can see this one. Gameplay change log. No. Oh, it's the power geyser input. Yes, so apparently, in a lot of the games that Terry's in, and I'll switch to Terry for this, of course. So this was an interesting one. So obviously power geyser, right? Yeah, yay! So apparently in the games that Terry's been in, and KOF and all sorts of other affairs, power geyser input actually has a shortcut. So instead of doing the down, back, and then the down, forward, you only need to do 214, 236. You don't need to do the second one direction. So 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 6. So you don't need to do that second one, because otherwise you would have to do 2, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6. So yeah, so that's changed now. I can do it right. That's right. Yep. Down, back, down, forward, and that's it. So apparently hitbox and keyboard users are used to not having to do that in second diagonal down back. So there you go. That's in too. And so Shin Shoryuken has a new well, not new rather. It has adjusted damage. And the reason was because the damage was ridiculous on miss. So the whiff version of the Shin Shoryuken did a lot of damage, like just as much. This one, see where he misses? It did just as much as like a normal actual hit. As like if you actually connected with it, it did like the same damage. And I'm like, oh no, that's an oversight. That's not supposed to happen. So there was that. Oh, come on. Bah. I hate the Xbox 360 controller. I really do. For fighters, at least. For everything else, it's pretty okay. Nah, he's too high. I'm not gonna get it. That's the combo I posted on Twitter. You gotta wait till he drops. Like, you get, like, maybe 2 frames. I wouldn't be surprised if it was around 1 frame timing. But it's probably, like, 2. No, he's gotta go lower. You gotta delay the Shoryu to get lower. Probably won't be able to do it here, but I thought it was neat. You can see it on Twitter. I did it. I actually did it the first time on Twitter. I was like, oh, sweet, and then I realized I didn't like record the audio, and I'm sitting there like an idiot trying to do it over again. I couldn't get it. I turned the audio on, and of course it won't happen. It won't give it to me. Oh! Nope, too high. I mean, you gotta get him razor's edge to the ground for that shit to work. But yeah, you can look on Twitter, I got it. But yeah, so those are the gameplay changes. You may have noticed also that the EX, the yellow flashing on the characters for the EX moves is a little bit different. So it used to be like a solid yellow, but now it's just kind of like a glow. I was just reviewing some Third Strike footage, and I'm like, wait a minute. It like glows. It doesn't show it as a complete solid yellow. And I don't know if it was. I'm not sure if I ever intended it to stay that way or not, but I just noticed. I'm like, wait a minute, mine's not like that. So I reviewed it, and here, let's see. And you can see that it's flashy now. It's all like glowy. No. Yeah, let's do it this way. There. There it is. So you can zoom in if you want to see it. So it does that kind of palette on the character. So I thought it looked pretty good. I might tweak it a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. It doesn't drown the character out anymore. And then, oh, I did actually do another animation change. This is not a gameplay change. But it is an animation change. It technically changes frame data, but it's not going to amount to anything that already didn't exist. So when Ken does his Shoryu Reppa, he actually waits like 2 more frames before he does the second big one. You can usually see it better this way. He just got a little more weight on that third one, and when he's on the ground before a hit actually happens. It just adds a little bit more weight to that last one. Weight as in how heavy it is. Not as in time waiting. I mean, but he is waiting in time, but... Oh, English. You don't have enough words for things sometimes. He pauses a little more on the third, and it just goes. It's really nice. So it just kind of dawned on me that they were all the same speed. So a little adjustment. Probably wouldn't have even been noticed if I didn't mention anything, but looks like the rain is causing overlapping dither effects. The rain? Oh no, that's moonlight beaming off. It does look like rain though, and I was, when I put it in and I was working with Larry and showing him the results of it, and I told him it could be probably used for a rain effect as well, because of the way that it looks. Oh, that sucked. You can... Yeah, you can run up and do it. Yeah, get him! So I did figured out another combo thing too. You can get another one of these. Oh man, I hit the... I hate the Xbox 360. The stick is so close to the select button, and my damn gorilla hands to just hit the select button, which resets the position. Oh yeah. Damn it. Come on. Butterfingers, come on. Oh my god. Just seems to leave trails during the Super and EX. Well, you do get a checkerboard pattern with the characters and their supers, but it's not like rain or anything. Actually, best scene here. They get a checkerboard. They're like a solid. They go between solid and checkerboard states as they overlap. But the moonlight is only on the character, though. It doesn't apply to the trail there. Yeah, no, the checkerboarding and like the solidity of it is just how it looks. It'll do that in every stage. See, you'll see it. They turn red when you're in max mode, but you see the same effect. Let's get back. It's easier to see there. Oh wait, no, hold on. There we go. So they're checkerboarded, and they sometimes cover each other's gaps and makes a nice looking effect. Because their checkerboarding is going back and forth every 2 or 3 frames. The checkerboard pattern swaps which pixel is on or off, and it makes a nice effect to it, I think. But you still see the moonlight is still there. And then when max mode expires, of course, the trail goes back to normal. So it's a neat little... Come on. There we go. Cool. So you can get that. It's pretty good damage. Now, of course, it only works when you're near the corner. If you try to do this outside, it's easier to do the other way. If you try to do this here, you could maybe get that, but that's it. He's too far away. What about max armor? I mean, you can still do this, but you're not going to get any follow-up unless you use EX Tatsu. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't follow up. Oh, on Armor Max the trails, I think they're still blue, I think. Oh, yeah, looked like it. Let's see. Oh. Or are they green? I guess they're a little bit green. So what it does is it takes the palette that's currently on the character and it uses that as a basis for its thing. So I think it looks a little greener because Ken's a little greener, but I don't think it's actually green. I don't think I actually programmed it to be green. It's just the color bleeding in. Yeah, it already looks a little teal to begin with, so there's no change. Because it's not based on power, so I don't remember ever doing anything special with it. So supers aren't supposed to look any more impressive in that mode, or different at all. Because there's no change to them. But in here, supers get a boost in power, so No, I don't think so. For reasons that I stated, basically. There's no effect on supers. So, ergo, it wouldn't change the look of it. Because there's no effect on it. The effect is not just for show, it's also to signify to the player that, hey, this changed somehow. That's why here, Ken's kicks get fire. They didn't before, and the reason is because they have different frame data now. Where they can connect like that, where this can't do that. And this also has different frame data. You can't punish this even on block now. But the truth of the matter is, Power Max gives all your it gives all your attacks a boost, so that's 65, right? On Power Max, 78. And okay, yeah, the fire on your kicks means it does more damage, right? Well, yes, but so you get 76 there, but 91 there. But it's just the Power Max damage boost taking effect. It actually doesn't change specifically the damage on the kick, even though the perception is there that it does, because it technically does more damage in Power Max. But everything does more damage in Power Max by 20%, I think. So it's pretty substantial. But the trick is that this actually doesn't do anything special. It just, I put it on there to signify that the frame data changed. That something changed is basically, you look at it and you go, oh, there's fire on it now. Well, something must have changed about it. Yes, the frame data changed. And it looks cooler. And it feels more powerful because you're in Power Max, so everything is more powerful, but you don't get that visual cue that everything's more powerful, other than the fact that you're flashing. But here, it's basically just to let you know something's different. I think they all do the same damage. This one might do a little more damage, that kick in particular. I did put a bigger hit spark on it to signify that it also changed. And that it's more powerful than the other ones. And it knocks them back a lot. So let's see. 70 versus 96. This is 76 versus 91. So I think I actually got a bigger power. Yeah, I got a bigger power boost. So that one in particular did. And so I put the big fire spark on that to signify that. But these ones actually don't change in proportional power. They just look cooler. They get fire damage, which is just a visual effect. There's no elemental thing for it. But it's just to kind of signify that, oh, you can hold the button down and it combos. And you can't get punished from it because it's flamed. So that's the dirty little secret about Ken's visual thing there. So I do that consistently with other characters to show what's changed about them. Now Terry doesn't have this because I'm not really sure how to visually signify it, but buff his moves that were already flames and make them go boom. They've already got the big hit spark. So for Ryu, of course, it's the fact that he can charge the Hadokens. And so you see the Hadoken is immediately changed. So when you fire one off, even if you don't know you can charge it, you're like, oh shit, there's something different about it. And so it will always knock down, as opposed to normally it does not knock down. But every version of the dungeon knocks down, be it the big or the small one. And then if you hold the button down, of course you get the charge. So there's that. I will say that there is no immediate tell that you can charge it, unless you accidentally just hold the button. I'm not really sure how to sell that visually. Kind of feels like that's just something you'll have to read in the manual, or rather in the command list. Which is here somewhere. I think it's under Power Max activation. Power Max exclusive moves, here you go. Hold the charge. And then the cancel, there's no visual indicator of that. You just gotta know that you can do it. But those are ones where I'm like, I'm not really sure how you would visually tell the player that that you can charge it, unless you see him charge it a little bit and make a noise or something. But at the same time, I think that would be annoying. So you want him to only do something special if you hold it. But yeah, Terry should cycle between attack colors every time you select them. Yeah, I know, really, right? He's got so many colors. He's got a yellow power wave. He's got a blue burn knuckle. He's got. Well, we went the Garou route, and we made it so that we made it so that all of his stuff, except for Power Stream, is still blue, but everything else is red. Power Stream just looked weird as red, so I kind of left it. I realized that the inconsistency there, but I just kind of left it. I think AOF 14 does the same thing where everything's red, and 13 does it too, I think. No, 13 still has yellow for Power Wave, doesn't it? Or for Power Geyser. I can't remember. I don't play 13. But yeah, all of his effects here, except for Power Stream, which ironically is when he's turned red in Power Max mode, then his shit changes to blue. I know, it's funny. It just didn't look good red. It just didn't look good red. I don't know if it's ever been red. Oh, you know what? In KOF 11, I think there's a max version of it that is red, right? But either way, when I tried it, it just didn't look very good. So I left it blue. There's nothing more complicated about it. It's just, it didn't look good in red. It's made me wonder about giving Burn Knuckle the blue again, but I don't know. It just didn't. Like, I can show you. It just doesn't look good in red to me. It just don't. I tried it. I think I actually tried it on stream and I was like, oh god, that doesn't look very good at all, does it? So, let's see. It don't matter. I think this one has the most up-to-date colors, though. I think this palette is different. Yeah, this one's a little different. But here. It just doesn't look good with his typical palette. I don't know. I just don't like it. It doesn't look good to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to just seeing it blue, but it just doesn't look right to me. I look at the blue, I'm like, yeah, that looks right. The blue looks right for that. Doesn't look better at all. Yeah, see? It doesn't. Yeah, I can run it in the animation, I think. Let's see. Where's the Damianity window? Did I lose it? Did it crash? Where'd it go? There it is. Let's see. Terry's files. Projectiles. FX. Not in there. Animation effects. Power Stream. Where the hell is this? Oh, you know what? Duh. This is gonna be in the sprites folder. There we go. Where are we? And so yeah, I can change the palette here. It'll reflect in the game automatically. And here. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know, I just think it looks way better in blue. Well, let's just suppose it's blue. I know, really? And part of me makes me think like, oh, I got so hung up about, you know, making everything red because of Garou, but here I am being like, nah, blue looks better, keep the blue. I realize the hypocrisy on that level, but I don't know, it just doesn't look right as red to me. It just doesn't look right. How about we go by Super Saiyan Blue logic and say that his buffed attacks are blue. Yeah, there you go. He's just Terry Blue. I don't know, I just something about it not being blue just bugs the shit out of me. I can't quite explain it. I just really can't. Turn everything blue in Power Max and buff them 5%. That would be funny. You go Super Saiyan. He's the only lacking a charge or a change in Power Max. Well, the change is that he gets access to the Super. So the reasoning for it is that Terry's got all these special moves. He's got Power Charge, he's got Crack Shoot, he's got Power Dunk. Let me turn off guard here for a minute. He's got Power Dunk. He's got Rising. Nope. Well, Power Wave, yes. He's got Rising Tackle. He's got Burn Knuckle. Like, he's got a shit ton of special moves. And I've noticed that in the official games, Terry often lacks as many supers as other characters. So he has more special moves, but less super moves. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of like a little balance that they built into it. So, because Power Max is supposed to augment some faculty, or say cover a weakness even, that someone might have, I said, okay, how about Terry's gets a dedicated level 3 in Power Max? And it does a shit ton of damage. Like raw, it does a shit ton of damage. It's definitely worthy of a Power Max super. And it's something you can only do in Power Max. And it's hard to show here, but it's OTG, meaning you'll get hit off the ground with it. So even to the effect that if Terry's already in Power Max and he's got you in the corner, let me do it. I messed up the timing. He can get you in the corner, just like that. If he grabbed you, he's already in Power Max, he got 3 bars, he grabbed you, whoop, he got you. That's it. And if that'll close out the match, then that'll do it. You know, you done goofed. You didn't check, goodbye. It only works on the forward throw, though, and only in the corner. So there are limitations, of course, to it. Now, you can do some setups with it. But the damage off the ground is limited. So, I mean, you spend 3 bars for it, it's a guaranteed hit, but if it's not, like, gonna close out a match, you gotta be careful about that. I don't think he can get it from here. Oh, yeah! Oh, shit! Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Let me try to charge partition it. Oh, shit. Too far? Too far. But the thing is, of course, that it's a level 3 only. So, yes, it does devalue Terry's Power Max a little bit by not having something regularly available at all times. However, he still gets, of course, the benefits of the cancel out of it. And he can do a lot with the cancel. Well, let me tell you. It just makes him look cool. Yeah, he starts flashing. He just looks cool, that's all. Shit. Hold on. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see, there's a wall-to-wall combo here somewhere. I think I know what it is. I think I remember. So it does indeed go from here to here. Then, do I do? I'm trying to think now. Corner. I really need to add in the corner reset. Ah, shit. I think at that point, what I need to do... Wait, hold on. Can I do this? I'm forgetting my Terry shit already. Oh, come on. I hate this controller. I'm gonna switch the stick in a second. It's pissing me off. No, shit, that's not what I want to do. Basically what I want to do... Yeah, screw it. We're getting stick. Hold on. I can't play like this. I just can't play like this. Yeah, it's covered in shit. Okay. That's better. No, that's not what I want. Basically what I want to do... You get more leverage when you do it off that. Yeah, if you can there, like that. It gives you an extra hit in the middle. I don't know if I can do it from here though. Oh fuck, yes I can. I should have followed that up with something better. Yeah, so that's the idea. It gives you just enough edge to get it there, and then you can go in for one of these. But I think if you run fast enough, you should be able to get that, or if you charge while running. You can get that. So let's try that again. Holy exversion should be killing me here, man. Killing me, and you're killing my combo in the process. Ah, no, it's tough to get that. To get this, it's kind of tough because you gotta do the half circle with it. Let me turn on notation here. You have to do the half circle with it. So notice that I had to do the kick during the down portion of the half circle, and if you don't get it here, it ain't gonna come out. Oh, I don't have my spot. That's what I forgot. No, spot. There. Now you can see my mouse a little better. Yeah, so just here. You have to get it here. But you have to get it so he's low enough that he'll bounce into it. It's not easy. It's definitely not a beginner's thing for Terry. Ah, shit. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking later in the combo doing shit I'm not supposed to. Fuck. Another thing you can do specifically with Terry's that his uppercut actually juggles. So even if they're like that, Ryu and Ken can't do that. Just FYI. That's why when I can do other shit with that. That's why I usually use it after one of these things. I wasn't thinking. I delayed it too long. Whoop. Good. That wasn't what I wanted either. So much for crack shoot. I missed that. I missed that hit though. That don't count. Oh yeah, he's not. Auto. What the hell happened there? Oh, he didn't reach it in time. I didn't get far enough. Yeah, part of that combo is when you do this, like you've got to run. Well, hold on. When you do power charge after juggle, it's a little different. So here they'll go flying really high up, but if they're already in the air when you do it, see they have a different effect, and they can't be. You can't follow up when you do that. Like normally you can do this, but after this. Can't do nothing. All his keys are green and power armor. Come on, Tim. Oh, that was good distance. That was good distance, but I did a negative edge power or burn knuckle instead. Oh, not enough that time either. But anyway, you get the idea. Also, don't forget Pokemon Trainer mode, where Uki follows him everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Trainer mode. I like that one. You can do power or burn knuckle rather after that. Not too low. No, I got him. Right at the last second, yeah. You can do all sorts of fun stuff with Terry. I think that Terry, on average, has a little bit more utility because of all the specials that he has over Ken and Ryu, just in normal mode. So him having a less all-rounder power max, I think, is okay. Yes, you want to see Bust School. That's the level 3, there's also a level 2. Which got a tiny one. Nope, I didn't true. Wondering if the pause should be a little longer to properly complete his sentence. Sentence? Stance? Which pause? Where? It's Vagaties! You're speaking in Vagaties! Are you okay? Oh. The super... Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, sentence as in what he says, the are you okay? Yeah, this feels a little fast. All the super time stops are standardized within like 2 or 3 frames of each other. So they're all like 52 minimum. And then actually Buster Wolf is the longest one It actually goes on a little longer for that actual reason. But it's you say that, but man, some of the official games are really fast. Like they almost like blur the two things together. But I feel that keeping the time stop relatively consistent is important for the feel of the game. Like all power maxes are exactly the same. I think power maxes are 32 frames. I tried, or maybe they're 27 now. I hastened them. They used to be longer, like 48 or something, and then supers were 53. A reference to what exactly? An official Buster Wolf? Like CBS2 has it. If you look up All Supers CBS2 or All Supers. Probably the worst offenders are probably KOF 2002. Trying to think. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum is pretty jank. That's a jank ass game. That one's got a shitty one, but he says it so fast. Like they use like a really fast clip. He's like, "Are you okay, Buster Wolf?" Like he does it that fast, and I'm like, it's awful. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Oh yeah, 2003. That's the one that they started the really bad one on. Match on Millennium doesn't have voices because it's a Neo Geo Pocket game. Well, you're talking about SVC Chaos, and in case that that one uses a very quick clip as well. In fact, this is the Garo one, which is the best one. I don't know what the Smash one sounds like, because I don't have it, the DLC, but I'm sure someone's ripped the file somewhere. But the Garo one is the best performance outside of that. Even better than CBS2. And CBS2 has some really good Terry voices, but I still think the Garo Are You Okay is better. Smash one is aight. And you were lurking. Well, you ain't lurking now. You're out in the spotlight. Yeah, the Smash usually gets really good voices and shit. KOF All-Stars also, I think Terry's voice actor changed in 14, from what I understand, and KOF All-Stars also has that same voice actor. And I presume that that's who does it in Smash. Although Terry speaks such bad English, you almost can't tell. Back to the Shadow Den. Yeah, you're out of the spotlight now. I like that one. That one's good. Oh, that one's tough. Ah, that's tough. To get. Yeah, it's easier like this. There we go. Get to charge up. Workers be working. Yeah. You can definitely get Power Gazer off that. It's really hard though. Like, this shit's hard. It's really hard. In fact, the input leniency saved my ass here. If you notice that it was, I pressed the P after I held down, and it still gave me the, okay? Yeah, it still gave me the, this one. There's actually an input tolerance so that if you slide to down before you do it, yeah, you still get it. See, it registered down in P. There's actually a 1 frame tolerance to make that a little easier to get, so that you can still get it. Come on. Oh, I can't do it now. Oh my god. Oh my god. What am I doing? Come on. There we go. I'm hungry for that Broly DBS DLC. Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks good. I know I couldn't quite. Of course, with the Fighter Z trailers, you can't figure out what the hell they play like. Because they're like, oh, you want 10 seconds of footage? Here you go. Okay, great. I can't really discern anything out of that. That's wonderful. So I don't really know how he plays. I don't know if they've shown him off anywhere, or... Oh, you know what I could do? Ah. Meh. Oh, that'll work. Supers can juggle off anything, so even though it was an air normal hit that wasn't this, it will still work. As long as you can cancel from it. That's the one I wanted, though. There we go. Yeah, now that's tricky to get. No, that's tricky. I'm still not used to that shit. Cause you gotta do this, and then a half circle into that. Fuck that. Enough to get it as is. Crazy. I have no clue how this YouTuber has footage of Broly in the lab just practicing. But he uses the auto combo from the trailer, so it could be hacked or given footage to him. Well, sometimes they fly people out. So like Maximilian did, they actually flew him out and they let him record the footage of him playing matches. This was prior to release. I don't know if they did it for the DLC or not. But if he's a big enough YouTuber, then he can get it. When does it come out? It's like really soon, right? I don't think they update the game with those files. So the 5th? If there was a recent update, then it's possible they could have hacked into it. But I kind of doubt it, unless they update it early. Usually Street Fighter will update the day of the release of the DLC. I don't remember how they schedule it. What if you delayed the effect and voice clip after Terry extends his fist? Like a bit of a pause. I don't understand what you mean. There's a patch where they nerfed Goku Black again for the 3rd time for no reason, but I can still go crazy. Oh, okay, yeah. If they had a recent patch, then that could contain Broly's code and stuff. I'm trying to think of other things that I figured out. Oh, I can try the Ryu combo now that I get stick with it. Probably won't get it, but let's give it a shot. The Garo is very slow. That's probably why that is. Oh, come on. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Nope. I mashed the fuck out of it too much. I can't do that. Can't do that. Nope. Yeah. Oh no, I delayed it too much. Fucked up. This is another one where you have to do the... You have to do this during that half circle. So you see here, you have to time it in this area for that hit, because this is a half circle. So you have to land and be doing your half circle when you land like that. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it works. Nope, too high. Always happy to see Theo, yeah. I do have the code in now that they can react to knockdowns and stuff. So if we get more Theo sprites, then we can do more with that. We could have her actually reacting to the fight in real time. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. I hold buttons too long and then I get negative edged. Like I'll get that instead of what I want. Or I'm just dumb anyway. It don't matter. Don't matter. Just dumb old whiz. There we go. Nope, too high. You gotta let him drop a little, or you're not gonna get it. Shit! And you could just throw out the Shinku. I'll show that, and that's the easier option. Fuck me. Ah, shit. Fucked it up. Theo there is actually a cardboard cutout. Yeah. Yeah, for all intents and purposes. Oh, fuck. I keep mixing up. So here's... If you want to... Say you're charging... You have to buffer the super while you're charging, and then you can throw it out with it. So, but I keep stupiding it. My brain thinks, oh, we gotta do this other thing, and then it doesn't happen. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh! I didn't press enough buttons. I want to do this. So basically what I'm trying to do is this. Basically that, but while he's in there. Didn't get it. I could feel it. I could feel it in the inputs like, nope, this ain't it. It's not gonna work. You might have enough time, depending on when you let it go, to get them right here. Yeah, you have enough time for that. So that works too. You don't have to cancel it, but it does make it a little more consistent. You can also, if you don't have the bars to spend, damn it, come on. So you only got 2 bars. You could do that. It's still pretty good. Or if you got no bars, then of course you could just do a heavy Shoryuken right away. And of course that's not gonna work. And just leave it at that. It's pretty good. Pretty good damage. And good stun too. That's not gonna work. Nope. Didn't get my run. Oh, actually, this one, I like doing this one. Let's see if I can do it right. Nope. Of course not. This one's completely impractical, but it's just fun to do. Oh, no. You can jump and get him again. And it's just wall bounce city. Nope, didn't get my run. Oh man. Maybe since the timing changed that doesn't work anymore? I thought it still worked. Oh, did too late. I don't know why I felt the delay there. You can do it too early. And it didn't. Yeah, and that was... I didn't do the arc right. Depending on when you hit him during your jump arc, will definitely change how much time you have to do something on the ground. You could do that. Actually does a shit ton of damage! I didn't even think about that. Well, I'm looking at it like, whoa, 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 hold on! Wow, maybe it's not as practical as I would think. Okay, just for shits and giggles. Say you're like, oh, I'm gonna start throwing shit. And I'm gonna dizzy him, right? So you got him dizzy in the corner. Oh, shit. That didn't work out. That one's hard to do. There we go. How much damage does this do? Oh, fucking god. Wow, that was fucked up. Oh, yeah. You're right. Let's turn attack values on. The function that I programmed to answer exactly that question that I forget that I have programmed. Shit. What I want to do is to get the light and then the EX. It just doesn't feel like I have enough time to do anything else. Man, this one's tough. This is another one where you've got to do the half circle right here. And it's tough. That one's tough. The timing's really strict. You'll remember when it's the 20th anniversary of that function that you programmed. Yeah, really. I didn't realize the November 30th was the 20th anniversary of Match of the Millennium. So that was cool. Should have done something for it, except the fact that I didn't know it was that old. Otherwise I would have planned something for that. Oh, and he's just out of range. That was a nice thought. Trying to think of what else I can get. You know what I might be able to get? Let's try this. Oh shit! I probably need to do a light punch. This is probably too slow to stop and then to get like that. Yeah, that's not gonna work anyway. I'm gonna have to do that and see if it'll pick him up. Nope. Too far. Change the game into the Match of the Millennium remake. Call it Match of the Millennium plus 20. I don't know. Some people already think it's a remake of it. I mean, it's kind of is and kind of not at the same time. Oh, come on! It was so close! You should have gave it to me. Should have gave it to me. Oh no, I held forward too much. And I got this. I don't know. Maybe you just can't do it. Oh! Oh! Fuck, yes you can get something. Alright, that was cool. Of course you're not gonna get the double bounce because you can only get one per, unless you use the max. God damn it, unless you use max mode in the middle. Still can't get him. Alright, whatever, I'm just gonna stand here. No, too close. Wow. That up. There. So you only get one bounce, unless you... Alright, fuck it. I'll just do this. Unless you do a power max in between, then you get two. Same thing goes with pretty much all the extenders like that. Because they can just combo into themselves and it looks kind of stupid. Oh, I didn't have a super. If you're close enough to the corner, you can do that. close. I was probably like a frame or two off. That's pissing me off now that I can't get it. No, too high. Way too high. I can see that shit. Ah, no super jump. You can't just do that because it won't hit. You gotta delay it. Because the active hitbox won't. Let me show you here. The active hitbox won't reach. Nope, too high. Oh, I don't know what the hell I was doing there, but it wasn't right. Match of the 2020. In 980 years, Match of the Millennium will be a brand new again? A brand new game again? Is that what you meant? A brand new again. A brand new what? Is this that friggin' Coca-Cola meme again? I accidentally the whole bottle of Coke. You accidentally what? That's a joke. Damn it. Fuck. I'm so mad. I'm so mad I can't get this. I do it right the first time when I'm recording. I'm like, wow, that's super lucky. I guess I've internalized it. No, you didn't. Ah, fuck. Too late. It'll be titularly relevant. Yeah, like it was just made. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. Fuck. I don't know. Oh, shit, there was... Yeah. Hold on. Alright. I'll put the stick away for a minute. I can show you actually a couple editor improvements that I've made. So this is... It's a little laggy. I don't like it so much at the moment, but, it's getting there. So if I go into an animation, the right hitboxes automatically load now for the animation. Now the problem is that they update irregularly. Like sometimes they'll update, and sometimes they won't. It's a little fickle. And I think it's just that Unity editor irregularly updates things. But it does at least load the right ones. When you're in play mode, it updates regularly. But when... Oh, that one didn't load right. How come? That should have loaded. How come it didn't load right? That's funny. Actually, I think it might have, but these ones didn't clear. I bet that's what happened. Yeah, see, they're not being animated, they're not being set, but they're still there, so that's a glitch. But I just implemented this, so I kind of expected a few glitches. Anyway, the point is, I can see this shit without putting the game into run mode now. And then when the game is in run mode, if I do happen to, you know, go to Ryu and say, oh, I want to look at the crouching light punch. The boxes don't change. That's funny. Do they do in... They do... Okay, they do in update mode. So when it's paused, it doesn't go. But I think I can fix that. But they update regularly here, so I'm not worried about issues with that. Let's get a good one. There's Tatsumaki EX. Tatsumaki, goddamn, there's so many. But yeah, here you can see it loaded the right hitboxes for me, so I don't have to fuck around with them. So that's cool. That saves a lot of time on my part. I like to show just lines, that way I can see the character underneath. So But that's really helpful to just have that. That way I don't have to find the file and open it and all that shit. It's just there, and I can see what it looks like without screwing around. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever programmed into Unity, to be completely honest, and it's been a pain in the ass. But it was rolled in with more of the changes, the updates, the optimizations of the hitbox system itself. Yeah, so there's the when it hits. This one doesn't have hitboxes, that's why I didn't load anything. I was gonna say the hitboxes don't look right, but it's because this animation doesn't have them. And the reason it doesn't have them is because it's a continuation animation. So actually the miss animation is the normal one, where he'll just go through that motion. And then if he happens to hit, it actually transitions to the hit animation. And then he does that part. Yeah, I don't know. Unity's just kind of weird with that. Sometimes it seems to update regularly, and other times it just doesn't seem to update right. And I'm not really sure what the issue is, to be completely honest. So the other thing here is that wow, that doesn't have a lot of hitboxes to it, does it? So I'm gonna move with more hitboxes. How about the elbow? That's probably got a lot of hitboxes. He's gonna move carefully. So, see there's a shoulder hitbox. All these, and I'll make this red here so you can see them. All these boxes now show up on this controller, even though they're actually components in these sub objects, child objects, whatever you want to call them. I have them linked here so that it actually shows all of the hitboxes that you can use, and you can change them on the fly here instead of digging around in the hierarchy. So just an optimization for my workflow. Make them a little easier to edit and see. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it's in prefab view, that it's like a lazy update. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like, it kind of works, but you know, it just doesn't work after sometimes, or backwards. Like, it does a few updates and it just decides to not. So I don't know. Even though they're updating over here, I really don't know. I'm not too worried about it here, but it's just nice to be able to see them. Anyway. So there was that, and then I made a whole bunch of behind the scenes changes, and I've got a whole bunch more changes to do. So the basic problem is that the collision system that Unity uses does not work with GGPO, to put it in the simplest way possible. It just doesn't. It's not the type of system that would work properly with GGPO anyway, so I've got to gut it and make my own, and I'm gonna do that in two phases. One where it's like a half and half system just to get it up and running, and then there's the full deterministic collision detection. But you know, it's gonna take a bit to get through that. And along the way, I'm changing things that I've wanted to change for quite a while now, such as being able to go to the fighter and say, hey, if I hit you with this attack, what happens? Are you going to block it? Are you going to armor it? Are you going to get a hit? You know, is it going to cleanly hit you? Are you going to parry it? What will happen? And then without actually following through with that result, to be able to take it and say, hey, yeah, this dude's going to armor this attack if you were to hit him with it, and then based on that, do extra stuff. And one of the reasons, especially, that I use the armor as the hold on. Let me get the other controller back since I get the keyboard out. Specifically that I use armor as the example here. I'll show you. This is one thing that I can't do until this change is made in the current system. Let's hide all this shit. So we're gonna make him do wake up. Yeah. That's not what I want. I don't know if he's fast enough to do this with. Might have to get Ken. You know what I have to do? Oh wait, I can't do that. Might be able to do it this way. Nope. It's too so. Basically, have to cause a trade. Oh, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen here. Shit. It's not gonna happen there because you know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. I'll just change the move that Ken reacts with when he's hit, and that'll show you. So Terry, or not Terry, I'm sorry. Let's go to Ken, player 2. And we're gonna change. Where is it? Not Smaki H. We're gonna change it to Ken Heavy Punch. Heavy Punch. Oh. Yep. Okay. That's what I want. There it is. So that does a trade. As you noticed, it does a trade and it stops for longer. But if it's not a trade, you get only so much stop, and you don't get the extra like lightning sound effect and all that stuff. But on a trade, you get the extra kind of like half effect off of it, and there. And it just looks a little different and it's a little strange. So what I want to do is to say okay, so the code that detects whether or not it's a traded attack happens before the attacks are actually processed. But only when the attacks are processed do I know if an attack was armored. So in the case where it would be a trade and also would be armored, I want the characters to react differently. To pretend that it was only an armored hit. So it kind of rolls back on the decision to do the trade. But I can't detect that because I can't detect whether the attack was armored until you actually apply the damage and all that in the way that it's currently structured. So if I can fix that so that I can say, hey, what happens if I hit you without actually applying the damage and all that? And they'll say, hey, yeah, sure, I'm going to armor the attack. I'll be like, alright, cool, it was going to be a trade, but we're going to mark that as false, and then push it through normally. So, that's the idea with that. That's one of the things I want to add, and currently doesn't support that. But it will, soon enough. But yeah, alright, so before time's up, let's actually... Since it's in the title of the video, let's actually get to a little bit of the Ori stuff. We still do have some sprites left to do, and we didn't get to it last time because we had a whole bunch of questions at the end. Which is fine, I don't mind doing that, but I'm thinking like, oh shit, we still haven't finished the Ori. But there's only a little bit left. We've got his famous laugh that's his win. What if both sides are traded armor? Then it would not do the trade. It would just do armor hits on both. And his guys are blue again. I believe it is. Yeah. Who's pinging me on Discord? Oh, it's actually it's an announcement from the SNK boards. You know what it is? I bet because KK is doing developer interviews. Yeah, his stream is on right now actually. Everybody bails here and goes over there. Wouldn't blame you. They did the designers. They're doing the musicians tonight, I think, or the artists. I think they're doing the artists. This one's straightforward. We all know this animation. Ziori's infamous at this point. He's the laughing man. He's that video game laughing man. That's what we know him as. There he is. I always like the way that the animation worked too. It's pretty cool. He's got another one that actually he only has this in Machinawanium actually. Here. I mean, not to say that he doesn't have it in other full-fledged games, but this is the only pocket game in which he had this particular win animation, which you can kind of tell that that's the case because when you look at the sprite file, it's the last animation in the sprites data. They just tacked it on at the end. And I've gone through, I've looked through the KOFR2 when it was not in that one. And he uses it in game, so it's not undiscovered. I thought it was pretty cool. I always liked this animation for some reason. I don't know if he has it in 98. He has it in 99, which makes sense because this is about when the that's about when that game was made, 2000-ish. Appropriate. This is cool gem. I thought so. Oh, his CD attack. I don't know how that animates. This is his intro. I guess he holds out the flame, right? This is his taunt. It's also a win animation, but I know it more as a taunt. Where he says, I don't know exactly what it translates to, but I think he says go die or something. This is totally Iori. Way to be a drama queen. Yeah, go die. Fuck you, go die. Thanks, Iori. That's what I needed to hear. I'm pretty sure this is all his intro, but I don't know the exact sequence. We don't have enough time to look it up, unfortunately, right now. But he starts off looking the other way, and then he looks this way. This, I know he does this with Kyo. He holds the flame out, and then I think they throw it at each other. Something like that. I'm gonna keep it down here, because it might be used for something else. No, that says with Ryu, that's just because of the template. He doesn't actually have a Ryu one, but he will have a Kyo one. So, I'll have to look it up as to what it is. He's got 100 different animations with Kyo. But we can't really do them because Kyo's not in yet. Then just change the R to a K. No, well, they closed the U. I was gonna say, yeah, it needs an O. Yeah, you could have done that, I suppose. But Kyo's not in yet, so we don't know what we're gonna put there. I'm pretty sure, I really don't know what this is supposed to be. If this is his dodge attack. I think Nothing X's thought that it was dodge attack as well, which would make sense, but I'm gonna make it his push block, because it looks hella cool. Like, he's just like, get the fuck off me. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, this shit ain't for kids. So fuck off, kids. Get out of here before you cause me $42,000 worth of FTC fines. So get lost. Here's his dodge. His spot dodge. Now this is his max mode. I think animation. I mean, that makes sense that it's gonna be his power max. I'm not sure if I like the pose for it though. Hey! It's Zombie! I was wise about it this time. I'm like, oh, it's the first day of December. I wonder if Zombie shows up. And yes, here he is. Like clockwork. Always with the mega support. Thank you very much. Yeah, when Shindan 2.0. Who's Shindan 2.0? Who's the 2.0? Kyo confirmed. Yeah, Kyo's confirmed. Of course he is. He's on the select screen already. Jesus. Here he is. These sprites don't animate very well. I just kind of did them without actually testing the animations. So they're kind of shitty. I might have Pocket redo them. But it was fun to at least color it and try it out. But yeah, that's... I think, I have them separated here, but I think this is supposed to get this color, or it already has it. No, it was slightly different. Yeah. And then, I think that's alright. It's a little faded out, but that outfit was kind of like that to begin with. But I did do every single one of them. I did edit all of them. I don't like the way that the pants animate half the time though. Apparently he's getting buffs in 5 that won't make him trash. Oh, Kage, yeah. I saw all the business about that new V-Trigger stuff. V-Trigger 2s. Put that Kyo frame on a toilet bowl somewhere in the background? What? What are you talking about? You called my sprites shitty? Put it on a fucking toilet bowl? Or are you talking about like this one? You say it was the one that looks like he's sitting down? You talking about this one, I bet. There's an odd sitting one. Yeah, he's not really sitting, he's throwing his opponent down. Oh, what about a toilet bowl? Or this one? Is this one where he's taking a mega shit? Is that what you're trying to say? He's trying to take a super mega shit? There's this one too. Could be this one. I don't know which one you're talking about though. There's a delay, so I don't know. By the time you said it, I've already moved on. Taking a super mega shit. Crouch turnaround. Oh! Oh, this. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, can you fucking imagine? Dude, that's so sick. That's fucked up. Dude, it does look like he's taking a shit, though. Look at it. Legs spreading everything. That is not for good boys and girls. That is definitely not for good boys and girls. Can't unsee. I know, right? Now that I see it, I'm like, oh no. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's only got this in Match to Millennium. It's cool, but I don't know if I like that super or not. I'm not sure what the super Kyo is gonna get. Yeah, this Kyo is my favorite, so I edited the sprites for it. The chain doesn't animate quite too well, though. I'm gonna have to think about that. Which is actually pretty interesting. When I was checking it out, the classic version of Kyo's sprites have the chain on his left side. But I believe that Kyo in EX Kyo and KOF 13 has the chain actually on the other side. Which is funny because I got through like a quarter of the sheet before I realized it's supposed to be on the other one. And I changed it. I actually had it on the other side, like Halo 13 does. Which must have been where I remembered it. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I thought it was on that side. And but but in 02, it's on this side. So they swapped it when they went to Halo 13. This design works so much better in high detail. I really was at a loss on how to like get the details like the cross and stuff. And that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna ask Pocket to either modify them or just wants to do them up over if they're too shitty to work with. Or if you can at least get a design down that I can follow, it would help a lot. I really like Neskio. I don't want to put him in as normal. It's SVC Chaos, which has his most up-to-date normal costume. I always thought it was strange that they went with his classic costume in SVC Chaos. I mean, I guess that's the idea. It's supposed to be the original Kyo, you know, the classic Kyo. But by that time, they've already were working on Kyo 2003. And then, so they already had these sprites coming hot off the presses to the NES costume, so I was really surprised that they went with the original Kyo. He just looks, I don't know. Like, there's nothing wrong with original Kyo, but after he gets, like, the cool jacket and shit, it's hard to go back to this. For me, at least. It really is. Replace Kyo with Ryo. No. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the people all fucking upset about that? KOF is Kyo's series. Excuse me. Let's see, I do have a Ryo sheet somewhere here. I don't like it though, so I'm gonna do the data rip of him again. Where is he? Oh, I guess he's dead. Maybe I did I not move him into there? These are characters that I don't know if they're gonna be in or not. They have sprites, so I screwed around with them. So, like, Bison's got sprites. Oh, yeah. I call Alt JoJo. I made him like a JoJo car. I'm like, why are the colors all strange? But, yeah. It would be like, if Bison was in JoJo, what would his colors be like? Here's the normal sheet. Again, though, I would re-rip him. These were based on sprite rips. But I would re-rip them through the data to make sure all the frames are correct. Because there's a lot of errors. I did these ones myself. Nobody ripped these before. This actually, I think, is spot dodge attack. Dodge attack. Replace Ryu with Kyu. With Kyu. Who the fuck is Kyu? Is it Kyo with a Shoto body? Alright, new character. I don't know where my Ryo sprites are. Maybe I didn't actually make a sheet of them. I think I just screwed around with them here. R is for Ryo. R. M-N-O-R. Ryo. Yeah, I guess I didn't do much with him yet. Did I make a colored one? I cleaned. Oh, there we go. I did do a couple bits of design there. So, there's that. I like him with the gloves. Some people don't like him with the gloves. I think the gloves are cool. And I think his wide stance is cool, even though everybody's been shitting on me every time I bring it up. I think he looks better because he doesn't look stiff and shit. Even though it doesn't look right. But then again, like, come on. Look at all the moves that Terry does. None of that shit's realistic. Oh, shit. Anyway, Kyubey. He looks better with the gloves. See? I think so too. I think he looks great with the gloves. It's a little hard to do in pocket style because the hands really aren't drawn for it. But I think it's pretty good. I think it looks cool. And then this is his KOF Neo Max palette. I think he looks that way in Battle Coliseum as well. And then of course the corresponding palettes for the originals. It does get a little muddy with the gloves. The details get a little muddy because you don't have many colors to separate like you do here. But I still think it's worth having it. But anyway, so we're pretty much out of time for tonight. So hopefully the new time works here for everybody. We're doing 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now, thanks to my god-awful day job, which I can't get out on time for to save my life. And that causes problems. So, oh, look at this. The Dizzy frames are spread out the entire sheet. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I can't believe that. I'll have to fix that later. I don't have time for it. But anyway, so we'll go out on this track. It's a good one to go out on, right? When's Dizzy? Dizzy from Guilty Gear? Oh no. No Guilty Gear characters. I'm trying to stick to a certain aesthetic. That kind of Street Fighter KOF kind of feel. Yeah, I know. You already seen it. 14 is so godlike. Oh, it's so godlike. It's so good. So, alright, so we're gonna... I think the 8 p.m. time worked out good for me. I had enough time to prepare and eat, and everything was great, and I didn't feel rushed. And I think it gives me a little wiggle room so I don't have to go over, or start late, rather, on my start time. I don't have to go over on the start time. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think we'll do that. We'll stick with that, and it's a good time format. Don't forget to cross over with Tekken, because nobody played that game. Dude, the knives, every time Street Fighter Cross Tekken gets mentioned, the knives come out. And now the knives are just coming out, and nobody's even talking about it. I would really like to put some characters from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like the way that they were formatted. I'd really like to put them into this game if sprites were made. Yeah, Asuka. Absolutely. Asuka and Kazuya would be my two basic picks. And from there, I don't know. It's a pipe dream to get enough sprites to do them to begin with. So who knows? But yeah, I would love to do them. I would really love to do them if the sprites were made for them. Good sprites, not shitty ones. And you can throw together anything in 10 minutes, but I want it to look really good. Anyway, so we have the sign-off screen. We do have patrons to read out, since this is a patron-funded stream, and if you do like what you see and want to support it or get early builds, even of this project, you can go on to the Patreon and check it out. And we've got Miguel A. Tabasco, we've got Zombie Killer, we've got Corporal Chungus, we've got Mike Cruz, we've got Taryn Williams, AJ, Bryce Nagalina, who are our top supporters. And so thank you very, very, very much. You guys enjoy all the tip-top rewards. And we'll see you guys next Monday. I'm going to try to get something going on Thursday again, if I can. It's been rough. And that's for the Mansion game. And then Saturday, again, I'm trying here. I'm really trying to make this work with all the shit going on. Maybe we'll actually finish Star Tropics, and then I've got to play some request games coming after that. So I know Zombie's got one. He wants the Game Boy version of 007, which is actually a really good game, believe it or not. So if you would believe that, it's actually a really good game. It's like a Zelda clone, so that'll be fun. And I guess that's pretty much it. So you can check out Discord, follow me on Twitter. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Tim's been requesting other shit too. Look, Tim, you're not a patron, alright? Alright? Zombie's been here supporting since day one. He gets a request. I know, I don't know if I want to play what was it that you wanted me to play? Gunvolt Burst. Mighty Gunvolt Burst. I don't know if I'm going to play that in December or not. Because I still have to play Mega Man 11 on Mega Man's anniversary. So, day 1, 20 years ago. I know, that's a joke. Tim's been there since day 1 for so long. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we gotta play Mega Man 11. You want me to play that one, so there's your request for December. And so we'll see how it goes. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I have to get the hell to sleep. I want a Fight to the Death in Melty Blood or Ultra Street Fighter 4. We'll do Melty Blood. How about that? December 17th. Patron here, where's my request? Put in your request. Go right ahead, put in your request. Is that a Grinch? Is that a Grinch emote? That's cool. The Grinch is awesome. Grinch is my favorite Christmas character. But yeah, December 17th is Mega Man's anniversary, so... shit, let's see. I'll probably play it. So this Saturday will be Star Tropics. Fuck. It'll have to be either the 14th or the 21st. Because then it's Christmas and no one will give a shit when it's Christmas. Oh, Christmas is right in the middle of the week? Yeah, the 17th is on a Tuesday, so let's roll that to the 21st. So December will be Star Tropics. Hopefully we'll fucking finish it. Then the 14th we can do 007. And hopefully we can finish it. And the 21st will be Mega Man 11. No Christmas. Because of the cringe. 17th is a Tuesday. That's not a Mansion stream. That would be the 12th. The 5th, the 12th, and the 19th should be scheduled as Mansion days. 17th is a Tuesday. Because all the Nintendo games came out on Tuesday. So of course Mega Man released on Tuesday. 19th. Yes, 19th is a Mansion stream, yes. So yeah, we'll do Star Tropics this weekend, then 007 for the Game Boy, which I swear it's a great game. It's like a Zelda clone. It's really good. I swear to God, it's really good. 14th, and then Mega Man 11 the 21st, provided that they don't overstay their welcome a week. Play Wii Yeez. Work it, Jesus. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. We'll get there eventually. I don't know. I'm not sure which one. Anyway, look, I'm blowing out my exit track here. You guys are killing me. I'm blowing my fucking exit track out. I played it twice now. Fuck it. You're getting a new track. We'll listen to Cool Jam again. That was a good one. Okay. There you go. There it is. So, alright, we'll go out on that. So I'll see you guys Thursday, God willing. And then I'll make a real big push to get Saturdays. The song. The song! Yeah. I'll make a big push to make sure that Saturday happens this weekend. But I want to finish Star Tropics. It's frustrating as shit, but it's fun too. So, anyway, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I need to get some sleep. I'm sorry, blowing out my final track here. So I'll see you guys Thursday, hopefully, and absolutely on Saturday. And those will be, let's just say they're gonna be 8 p.m. streams, because I can't do the 7 p.m. anymore. It's too close to getting out of work and getting everything set up. So we'll say 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our new start time for everything, and we'll go from there. So I think that'll work out. It'll be easier for me to manage that, especially if I have to stay late. Well, depends on how far late I stay, but you get the idea. So anyway, yeah, it was nice chatting with you guys, and I'll see you Thursday. So scrub out and have a good one.